Going live. We're live here. What's fun is, hey, welcome everybody. I'm live now. Mike of the New Nation. Hello. I'm going live. Um, it's funny because I took the stream down from the YouTube channel, the last live stream down, and people were saying, "Well, Mike, you're heavily being censored. They took your live stream down." There's one guy on Twitter who was responding to me saying that, and I thought it was funny because I took the stream down just because I didn't want that was a really long stream, and I didn't think anybody would wanna go back and watch it, so I took it down, and so that's what I did. Um, yeah. Hey, David. What's going on, David? How we feeling? How we feeling, David? Thank you for stopping by to the stream. You're the first person here. Thank you. There was some stuff that I wanted to talk about today, so once more people come into the live, then I will start talking about it. Um, but other than that, let's see. The story at the how chiropractic care helped kids with sensory challenges. The story at the bottom about the kid not being able to poop. Ooh, ooh. Hey, look at that. Doing excellent. Doing great. I hope you're doing great. This seat makes me feel short. It makes me look like I'm shorter than I actually am. David, great to hear that you're doing great. Are you happy to hear about the news about Ron DeSantis? He's dropped out of the race to the surprise of nobody. Sorry, Ron. Nobody saw that coming. Who would have I personally was taken aback way back because I didn't think that that would ever happen. Hey, there are more people joining. Guys, look, see? You can say hi to me. I can click on this thing, little picture in there, little smile. Hey, Mike, I can highlight your comments also. Super chat me questions, and those will be priority that I answer. But if anybody is wanting to ask a question, I will certainly answer it. But if you super chat me something, remember I have kids and dogs to feed. I will answer those with priority. Whoa, Jack Sparrow, what's going on, dude? Jack Sparrow says, "Whoa, what's up?" Um, yeah. So there was something that I wanted to talk about today because I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet about it, and or an X. They gotta find a word that means the same thing as tweet now that it's on X. They gotta come up with a cool word for tweet, I think. Um, anyway, let me see the thing that I wanted to talk about because it seems like a fairly easy thing to understand, but for whatever reason, there's confusion around this. Let me just make sure that the story to join me. Oh yeah, it is. It's on Instagram. Jack Sparrow. Whoa. What's the whoa about? I'm intrigued. I want to find out what's so whoa. Um. Anyway, there's a guy who I go back and forth with on X a lot that I don't like him, but his feed is very entertaining just because of how crazy it is. Um, his name is Ian Copeland. He has a PhD. It's on X. It's just Ian Copeland 5. Claims to be a geneticist, PhD, a geneticist. He also claims to work for the U.S. Army, though he's never divulged which unit he belongs to. What's up, Duck? But he posted something interesting. He posted, let me, oh, no, look, I can do this now. I forgot. Okay, cool. We're going to do window. This is what he posted, and I wanted to see what you guys think about this. Depression, suicide rates in LGBT youth are 3 times higher than their heterosexual counterparts. As adults, we should all be ashamed as a group that this is the reality. I don't have anything to do with that, so I don't understand what I'm being ashamed or what I'm being shamed for. Bigotry and trans queerphobia is not acceptable anywhere in modern society. Subjective opinion. I think that we should help trans people and queer people acknowledge reality, and we shouldn't engage in their delusion of reality. I think that they have mental problems. I think they're mentally ill people, and supporting that mental illness isn't good for their mental health. Um, and so I just said, quite frankly, I just said, maybe because they have a severe mental illness. Also, what unit of the army are you a part of? So it's really interesting because I mean, his argument is that I guess what because people are transphobic, these people are killing themselves. And someone else got into the argument with me saying, "Well, men kill themselves more than women, so are men mentally ill?" Yeah, Yes, men can be mentally ill, and people who kill themselves are mentally ill. No one who is sane, no one who has a firm grip of reality kills themselves. People who are mentally ill kill themselves. He tried to make this population thing. Well, if straight men kill themselves the most, then um, and what does that mean? It means absolutely nothing. It means people who are unwell kill themselves. The trans community is such a small community as far as population goes, and if their numbers of suicide or at least attempted suicide is so high, even for a small number of people, wouldn't that mean that they have some sort of mental illness or mental problem? So yeah, if anybody wants to chime in here, I found that very interesting indeed. Hey, incoherent turd, I missed you as well. Thank you for joining in and stopping into the stream. The duck, howdy, yes. I just thought it was interesting. I just thought that was interesting, and the replies here. There's a reply from a really very interesting guy who's in Nashville too. His name is Colin Wright. And what he does is he's an evolutionary biology PhD, and he has gotten into a couple debates with this guy, Ian in particular. But he says, do you know the difference between a cross sectional study and a longitudinal study? Do you know why that's important? And do you understand the purpose of control groups? It does not appear so. I don't I don't even necessarily care about studies. You could just go about this logically. The trans community consists of a small group of people relative to the population. If their suicide attempts and their their completed suicides are in a high percentage based on such a small group of people, that would lend itself to saying just generally trans people have a big problem with mental illness. So, I mean, I don't know what else a study would have to say about that other than, yeah, these people have mental illnesses. So, who knows? Like what's the depression suicide rate of the trans fish you were comparing people to the other day? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the same guy, Ian Copeland. Let me see if I can find the I'll see if I could find this meme and bring it out to you guys so you can see this. This is hilarious. Yeah, this is what where's the and I think we talked about this on another stream. Fish are the sex switching masters of the animal kingdom. This is what this guy used to say this. He said, sex, like all traits, is not binary. Gender, which is a social construct, is not binary. And people are just like, well, the fish are only switching to the other sex, male to female or female to male. They're not going to some third gender. So it inherently is binary, and by very definition. Studies are fake and gay, and we know things just by seeing it. Yes, studies can be fake and gay, and we can know things by experiencing it. I mean, that's my evidence for God anyway. By my experience in the world, by seeing order and design in the universe, my experience is that there is a God, that nothing can be just random. My experience in life is that life cannot come from non-life. Nothing can come from nothing. Oh, something cannot come from nothing. Nothing can come from nothing because nothing is nothing. But studies are fake and gay. Studies are fake and gay. I wanted to put that on a shirt once, that studies I don't care about studies, or studies are fake and gay. Maybe we put that on a shirt. We release some small quantity studies and fake and gay, limited edition studies are fake and gay shirts. Thanks, Duck. That's a good idea. How is everybody else doing? I hope everybody else is doing well. It's Monday, and that's about it. I'm just kind of at home, just going on a live up until, I don't know, maybe for about an hour or so until I start to cook dinner. Here's another question for the people in the chat and for the people in the comments after they watch and see this video is, should your husband cook more than you? Or to the women, should you know how to cook better than your husband? I'm going to say men, you should know how to cook. You should know how to cook well. Am I saying that you should know how to cook better than your wife? No. That's gay. Don't be a better cook than your wife. Now, male chefs, they work in the restaurant. It is their job to be good cooks. But in the home, there are roles. There are roles. Okay. This guy looks like he's from Portland. Oh, okay. So only Portland do you find men wearing black hats. Very astute observation. Thinking again. Maybe you should do that and think about that one again. Wasn't a good joke. Dom for the masses. Wonderful. Just got home from work. Big kiss. Big kiss to you. Dom for the masses. Incoherent Turd says he's at work. They should pay you less if this is what you're doing at work. But yeah, I think it's a good question. In the comments, do you think men should be better cooks than their wives? Correct. I don't see any needles sticking out of his neck, so he doesn't look very Portland. True. Oh, I like this. Yeah, the wife should cook more, but men have more potential to be better chefs. Interesting. Yeah. I'm going to go from personal experience. See, in my house, I think that my wife and we are better at doing different things. So my wife is the supreme baker. I don't even want to attempt to bake her cookies, her bread, her cakes, cupcakes, everything. She is fantastic at. I don't want to delve anywhere into that world of baking. Um, but when it comes to cooking meat and basically anything up on the stovetop. I mean, anybody can put, chicken in an oven and bake chicken or something like that. But when it comes to searing, frying, cooking on the stovetop, that's where I come in. And since we had a little boy born a little over a month ago, I've been doing a lot of the cooking. I've been doing a lot of the dinners, and our dinners basically consist of maybe 90% red meat, where we have ground beef probably about 2 to 3 times a week, different cuts of beef 1 to 2 times a week, and then chicken. And then I found a really interesting new way not new, but I found for us, it's new a new way to do chicken where which is pretty easy. Chicken cutlets, have them, flatten them out, um, flour, any type of flour that you use. We'll season them before you put them in the flour, and then in a cast iron or stainless steel pan, coat with butter, not oil, but use more butter than you want because you're going to then throw that chicken in there. So you get like a nice crisp outer layer. And you're not cooking it in oil, you're cooking it in butter. So it fries differently, a lot deeper flavor. And my wife ate it and she was like, this tastes like KFC. And I was like, yes, it's good. It was good. It was very good. Um, the person that enjoys cooking should cook more. Yeah. Though now, with the addition of our little boy, with our little man, there isn't really as much time to cook as much. So I'm taking over that. I'm not a better cook than my wife, but I do cook more than my wife since I come home before her for work. Your wife works? Come on, man. That's not trad. That's not conservative. You mean your wife supports your family? Helps you supporting the family? She contributes to the home? How dare her? Have you ever tried cooking with a cast iron Dutch oven? Yes. Yeah, we do have a cast iron Dutch oven. That's where we do our roasts, our pot roasts. We like the cast iron Dutch oven. Baking is certainly a feminine activity, 100%. Um, they say like never trust or a skinny chef or something like that. I would never trust a male baker unless it was just strictly bread or bagels. Bread or bagels can stay male, but any sort of dessert, that's got to go to the women. Y'all might be in for a treat. Back before the war broke out, I was a saucier in San Antone. Okay. What war are you talking about? Knights of Colombo. Very interesting thing to say. Um, let's see. Any notifications on it? Yeah. So what else is going on in your lives, the viewer? Let's see. I want to see how this looks actually on YouTube. I want to see how the live looks. Just want to see how that's going. View your channel. Here. Getting weird things with the camera. Hmm. Open this up a little bit. Oh, also, guys, can you please like a subscribe and drop a like? Drop a like and a subscribe, please. That would help the channel out a lot as far as engagement is concerned. I have to feed a turkey. He keeps yelling at me when I walk past. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's cool. Has anyone started to watch this show, Fargo? Has anyone watched any of the seasons? We watched the newest season first, and we're working our way back. Now we're in season 3. Good show, interesting show, Fargo. Good series. All the seasons are independent of each other. They have nothing to do as far as the plots and the storylines. And I enjoyed the movie, so I enjoy the show. I'm really looking forward to Masters of the Air, which comes out Friday, I believe, on Apple Plus. Masters of the Air is the story of the 100th Bomb Group of the 8th Air Force during the Second World War with their bombing campaigns over Europe. Should be fun. My grandfather was in the 91st Bomb Group, not in the 100th Bomb Group. So let's see if we can all. What else I feel like we should talk about? Oh, to all the Protestants who may be here, there's 21 of you guys here. I'm sure there's a Protestant among you. You guys really have to learn what Catholics do. You really have to familiarize yourself with that before you just start throwing out accusations. Because I spent a little bit of the morning going back and forth with someone who claims that we worship the Pope. So it's tough. It's tough. You guys have to do a better job at familiarizing yourself with the Catholic faith because it's not a good look when you do that at all. Yeah, this is a good follow. If you follow Patrick Neve on Twitter, this is a good one. Protestants, only Jesus can forgive sins. Also Jesus, hey apostles, go forgive sins. Yes. Yes. Biblical. I don't know how you can not disprove it, but just say that it's not biblical for priests to forgive sins. I don't know. And even if priests forgive sins, they only do so by the power of Christ and by the authority of Christ. They're not just doing it on their own. They're not just doing it willy-nilly. I think this is better on this side. You probably hear me better on this side. Let's see. Are any of you guys still following Slightly Offensive? Yeah? You guys still watching Elijah's show? Elijah's a good kid. He had a weird take on watches recently. I don't get it. Should we call him? Let me see if I can call him. Let's see. You busy? I want to call him just to get his perspective on this. Wait, if you call a phone number or someone who lives in Australia, is that like international dialing? That is, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. Can I invite people? I can invite people into this room. Yeah, I can. No. No, I will not address it just because I'm done talking about it. It's just something that happens, you know? Something that happens. I really don't want to talk about it. I don't want to address it. It was a bummer, but it is what it is. And it's not worth talking about. It's gossipy, you know? I'm not going to talk behind someone's back about personal business, especially when it was literally business. So, it's not going to happen. I do apologize if that answer lets you down, but it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling on Twitter. We got to get the Sovereign Bra. We got to get Chase on the show. I'm trying to. Also, there's a new episode up right now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's not up on YouTube just yet. It'll probably be up tomorrow when I have time to upload it and put it in through Final Cut and all that stuff. But I made the announcement that I am going to have the writer-director's name is Anthony D'Ambrosio, I think is his name. He wrote and directed this movie called Triumph of the Heart. It's a biographical drama about the life of Saint Maximilian Kolbe. And he's doing a Kickstarter right now to raise funds for the post-production of it and the release of it. So I will be having him on Saturday Can you briefly text? I'm going to say, can you briefly talk? I'm on a live stream and I want to talk about your watch purchase. Yeah. That's Elijah Schaefer. Elijah just basically he bought a watch, and if you go to his Twitter, he had this really long reasoning for why he bought a cheaper watch versus a more expensive watch, and I made fun of him a little bit about it. And yeah, tell Elijah to stop shaving his eyebrows. I mean, I'll tell him. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny because he bought a fossil. Okay, that's my problem with it. He bought a fossil. Now listen, Elijah, and I'm sure because he got this a lot in the comments. If you don't want to spend too much money on a good watch, go out and get yourself a Seiko 5. It's a beautiful watch. It's an automatic watch. It's not a cheap Chinese watch. It's a good watch. Because you buy a fossil for $100, you're just basically getting a made in China watch. Seiko's made in Japan. It's really good automatic movement. And they look a lot better. Why don't you talk about his watch? But yeah, I really want to try and get Nick. I want to spend one of my live streams one day just calling a lot of random people in my phone and just seeing who picks up because I have Nick's phone number. I don't think I would ever just call him. That's weird. Nick is he's an intimidating person to me just because his persona is just so big that I feel like just calling him out of nowhere, like who am I? I'm nobody. Who's Nick? Nick is Nick is Nick is Nick. Nick is AF, So I feel like it'd be weird to just call him out of nowhere. But those were the times, right? When you could just call people. You didn't have to text them to ask them if you could call them. You would just call them. You either picked up or they didn't. People are scared of talking on the phone. I'm not scared of talking on the phone. I enjoy talking on the phone. People should be talking on the phone more. Yeah, apparently now saying that one hates the Antichrist is now anti-Semitic. I don't know. It's weird. Seems weird. That's it. I don't know. This isn't very like my streams aren't good if there's nobody else on here because I don't do my streams aren't shows. My streams are like, hey, I'm bored. I want to talk to you guys. What's up? And then I got the Knights of Colombo telling me that he was a saucier in San Antone or something like that. They're kind of shit shows. Let's see here. It's weird to me that just calling up a friend is considered weird if you don't see that they're available first. Well, my friend, please work on your grammar. A friend is singular, so you don't need to say they. Just say him. When you're talking about people in general, and if it's a singular person, you're allowed to just say him or he. You don't have to say he or she. You just say him. People know what you're talking about. So Elon Musk is he's in Israel now or something like that? What's going on over here? He's in Israel with Ben Shapiro about what? What is he over there for? Also, I don't think that. Let's see. I make sure that the tabs are good. Yes, biological dentistry. I need to get my mouth looked at. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand. Is Elon our guy? I don't think Elon is our guy. Elon got the call. Hey, Ross. Thank you. Good to hear from you as well. I've missed you. I don't think Elon is our guy. F in the chat. Poor Elon. The world is not a black pill. I think the people who feel that the world right now is a black pill, don't do that. Don't do that. The world's not a black pill. If you spend too much time on Twitter or X, as it's known now, yes, I can see how one would form that opinion. But the world's not a black pill. I love living in the world. Nick is still banned. Therefore, Elon is not our guy. Very true. Very true. It's hard to be that successful without shilling for Israel. I agree. I do agree. Also, can I have a W in the chat for people who have been following either I'm Doing Great or The New Nation for longer than a year? a W in the chat if you've been here for longer than a year, because I've got some really good news coming. And after people enter the W in the chat, I will let you know what that is. But it's very exciting. And it might also be annoying for a lot of people as well. Oh, never. Okay, so this is, let's see, Keith Woods posted this. Oh, that's me probably wondering. Never again. Oh, wait. Oh, he's not in Israel? He's in Auschwitz? Oh, yikes. Well, is Elon Musk Jewish? And not is he ethnically Jewish? Is he Jewish? Is he a Jew? McHill, Ice Cube. Okay, so there's some W's here. I just wanted to announce that the grift that keeps on grifting, Aura, is going to be my sponsor again, which is great. The reason why they pulled sponsorship was because I just wasn't uploading to YouTube. So what's the point in sponsoring somebody if they're not going to promote your company? So Aura will be back when they provide me with a link. If you guys want to sign up and join and help the show out, help me out, you will see that soon. So the grift that keeps on giving. Aura. I like to just say for any of my sponsors that the grift is on. But my opinions don't change. My opinion does not change based on the money. Actually, the money's gotten worse as the opinion has changed. So that is classic proof against any sort of grifting accusation one could throw at me. So I don't want to hear it. Not a grifter. No one's ever accused me of grifting, though, which is good. I think I did get a little bit of that upon the return to Catholicism, but I wasn't trying to make money off of my Catholicism, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, that's kind of like an unwarranted accusation, or just no evidence behind that accusation of grifting. But like I said, I really got it anyway. So, okay, so Elon is not Jewish. I mean, you don't have to be Jewish to go to Auschwitz, really, I guess. But I think he went with Ben Shapiro. That's weird. That's a weird sort of grift, I think. Let me get out of my email here just in case. Oh, that's why that's going. Okay. Sorry. I should have a show on Cozy because I feel like a show on Cozy is different than a show on YouTube, right? Right, like Cozy would be a cool place because I'd be in a network of people who are like-minded and stuff. With YouTube, if you don't follow the show, then you're not going to watch this live stream anyway. Oh, jeepers! Whoa! Whoa! She sliced her car in half. Holy heck! Do we show this? She gets back into the car, tries to take off. Oh, you didn't see it happen, but she literally sliced her car in half. Yikes. Not good. Not good at all. Messages. Yep. Struggle session indeed. All the other kids with the pumped up kids, you gotta run, better run. My bullet. Do. F for her. Big time. Well, I like Elijah said, women can't drive. They shouldn't. Agree on the Cozy idea. Yes, thank you. Thanks, right? That'd be nice. But I'm old. You guys, I may look young, but I'm old. I'm an older guy. I feel like I'd be that weird old guy in the group of younger people. It's a friend group, but I'm like the older guy. Like, I don't know if I would fit in really. Like, I saw another older guy use the word cope in a tweet, and I felt like secondhand, like cringy about that because I'm like, oh, that old guy. But then I'm that old guy. Like, can I be that old guy? If I was like, hey, Nick, love a show on Cozy, be like, are you a boomer? I'd feel weird. I'd feel welcomed. That'd be nice if you did give me. I'm just saying, would be nice. Would be very nice. I'd like that. So What else? What else is there? Do you guys wanted to talk about anything? Feel free to offer up a topic of discussion or anything that's been on your mind. If you need any advice. Oh, remember? Well, IDG did have that short stint on Censored TV about that advice show that we had. If anybody remembers that, that was a good show. That was a fun show. I missed doing the show. I won't address why it stopped, but I missed doing that show. Obviously, it was a fun time. We had a fun time. Future of this channel, what? That it's just a cozy, that it just becomes a cozy TV channel, or I don't understand what that means. What does that mean? What does that mean, hand soap? What does it mean? I don't. Okay. Good one. Huh. Elder millennial dads needs representation. Plus, Cozy has had older dudes like Dawson. Is that guy really? Is he that much older? He is. Also, I'm wearing the hat just because my hair is kind of like, if I like, it's there's a lot of hair. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a lot of hair. So I wear the hat to kind of like, I look good without the hat. I like wearing the hat. I don't wear it like this, you know what I mean? Like I don't wear it like that at least, I actually put it onto my head. Put the hat onto my head. I don't even put it back like that. I wear it like it is. Also, it's 35 degrees outside. It's nice in here, but I like wearing the hat just in case I got to walk outside. Got into a debate about women's sports recently. Curious if you have any thought. Well, I actually did talk about this on the show that I just uploaded, the latest podcast episode that's out, because there is some controversy in the world of women's golf that a trans woman, a guy, he won a tournament that I think puts him into a running of I think it's on like a mini tour of the LPGA, and he won that, which puts him closer to getting like his tour card on the LPGA. I can't remember what that was, but my opinion of that now is fine, good. America has allowed this sort of degenerate behavior to happen for so long now that they deserve it. America deserves it. So if more men have figured out have figured out that they can succeed by infiltrating women's sports and women's spaces, that's fine. I have absolutely no objection to it because America has made it possible. So good for them. Good for all the dudes who figured out the con. And I talk about that a little bit more in the podcast that is up right now. So go ahead and listen to that. It's on Spotify and Apple, and it'll be up on YouTube tomorrow. Hat, hat or not, still better than Tim. Thank you. Wow, moldy apple. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. I really do. I've been to the Timcast studios before, but that was to go on Mary Morgan's show. Pop culture is a crisis, and hopefully she's going to be coming on my show as well. More men in women's sports. Nobody cares about women's sports anyway. Facts. It's called male excellence. Absolutely true. Speaking of male excellence, not only that, but white excellence, because the golfer is white, and it is what it is. Did you see E. Michael Jones in the Blaze before Vid got taken down? No. Oh wait, was that was that the video with the black guy that has a show on the Blaze? What's his name? I forget his name. Bryson tweeted about him. Hold on. Let me see. Bryson Gray. Something Williams? Jason Whitlock, yes. Oh, was it funny? Was it good? So it's not up there anymore? Can I find it on YouTube anywhere? Let me see if I can write Whitlock E. Michael, if anybody ripped it or something like that. Addresses E. Michael Jones controversy. The Young Turks had him on, and I guess he went on some rant. Does anybody know if it's on Rumble or something like that? Because it's not on. Let me see. Let me look at it now. Did you guys hear that Dave Portnoy is now a co-owner on Rumble? Yep, he is. Jason Whitlock. which is kind of like an L for Rumble because I thought about doing a little bit more on Rumble, and now I'm like, uh, E. Michael Jones. Let's see. Okay, yeah. It's on it's on Rumble. And this was 3 days ago, right? So I'll watch that. How sexual freedom created political prisoners. I'll listen to that. Thank you for bringing it up. Um, yes, it's on Rumble. So I'll put the hold on. I'll put the link in the chat so that you guys can. Can you guys click on links in chats? Is it possible? Stop. Let's see. There you go. I mean, just go to Rumble and just type in Jason Whitlock and E. Michael Jones. Whitlock at Auschwitz. Yeah, right. That's what we're looking forward to. Yeah, that's funny. Whenever I'm reminded of the Blaze, I think about Glenn Beck saying he was born to protect Israel. Oh, I remember like in the beginning of IDG, like we knew somebody who I think was like pretty high up at the Blaze, and I think we were trying to lobby into getting a show on the Blaze, which I would have. It's nice. Must be nice, like right, like getting paid to do this. That'd be fun. But I think we probably wouldn't be able to have some of the guests that we've had on before. So yeah, click that link. I'm going to listen to it while I make dinner, which I'm going to leave for in about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes or so. But yeah, I'm going to have to watch that because, I mean, if they took it off of YouTube, it's got to be good. Let me see what Bryson said about it because I know he mentioned something. What did he see? I'm going to give 10 random people that repost this and follow me $25,000 for fun. Oh, wow. Okay, so I guess Mr. Beast made $250,000 of ad revenue on Twitter versus YouTube. So I guess he's giving money away. There are only 1.5 million reposts of that. He's picking 10 people. The odds are not that bad, I guess. It's better than winning the lottery. Imagine getting paid. Real. Getting paid is fun. Getting paid is good. I like voluntarily. This is going to sound like such a libertarian, but I like volunteering my time in exchange for money. It's good. It's good to do because I can support the people I love by doing it. Ooh, jeepers. Reformed patriot. My wife married a pagan metalhead who became a churchgoer, who became an SBC Arminian, who became an SBC Calvinist, who became Reformed. Some of you can say the same. That's a lot of change in 24 short years. I said, still a heretic. That's funny. Calvinists, there's something about them. Don't like them. Not that I don't like them. I just don't understand it. Right? There's just nothing biblical about Calvinism. I mean, help me understand it if there was. So isn't the core tenet of Calvinism is just like there are some people who are pre-selected to go to heaven or predetermined to go to heaven? And that really everything is predetermined. So if I'm not one of those people who are predetermined to go to heaven, then can I just do whatever I want? Or can I go to heaven even if I'm not predetermined to go to heaven? I don't get it. It seems like a lot of not a lot of gobbledygook, but just seems like a lot of cope. Calvinism, I think maybe Calvinism is just like one gigantic cope, right? Like they just had to invent this thing. They, Calvinists, let's say before Calvinists, but these people, they're saying, we're sinners. I kind of like living in sin. I would like to change, even though I do acknowledge Jesus Christ as my savior. So what if, I don't know, what if we say that some people are predetermined to go to heaven, regardless of what they do on earth? All they have to do, though, is just accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, but we're predetermined to go to heaven anyway, so we can keep on doing whatever. Right? Right? Oh, wait, Calvinists don't believe in free will? That would make sense. So who determines their actions, right? As Catholics and as most Christians who believe God gives us a free will, that we're not puppets, who determines our actions? Do we not determine our own actions? Double predestination makes God exactly as cruel as atheists say. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. If I knew what double predestination was or meant. Hmm. Did you know that I just realized that the Epic Times is called the Epic Times and not the Epoch Times? Did not know that. Cat turd. Also, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Say that at least 33 times a day. Also, I really do have to get better at doing the rosary. I'll probably do one tonight. Yeah. Well, it's Monday, and I wasn't able to go to mass yesterday, so I did a rosary yesterday, and I recited Psalm 51 as well. So maybe I'll do a rosary. See, that's the thing. If I don't do a rosary, I do Psalm 51. If I don't do Psalm 51, I do a rosary. To my knowledge, when it comes to salvation, Calvinists believe God to be some sort of puppet master. Oh, so they do. Okay, so they do believe God is a puppet master. That's weird. What's the evidence for that anywhere? Oh, double predestination for hell and for heaven. But the thing is, how do they know? Do they not know until they die? Like, that's the question, right? Seems weird. I'm bouncing up and down a lot. I don't know why. Sorry. I had a really good creme brulee latte today. You know, that's very feminine, but I like creme brulee and I like lattes. What's even more feminine is that I got decaf espresso. Bear with me. I'm like does not caffeine does not make me feel good. It puts me on edge, makes me anxious. I do decaffeinated coffee. I know people say, "Oh, there's still caffeine in decaffeinated coffee." I'm aware of that, but the effects are different, and I'm less anxious. Caffeine's not good for you. Nicotine beneficial. Caffeine. I don't think there's any benefit to caffeine physically. Now, of course, there are benefits to it. I mean, I think it helps people stay focused. Um, you know, what is it? People that have the Adderalls. It's just caffeine. It's just like caffeine on steroids, right? Adderall. It helps you focus. It helps you get stuff done. I understand that there are benefits to that, but I don't think there's a net benefit on your physical body. Hmm. What is this? Hold on. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this says, guys. I wanna see what this lady's saying. Okay, so Saba is like somewhat based, right? I mean, she's talking about reproductive rights, which is cringe and wrong, but she says that she won't be voting for Biden because funding Israeli arms and Israeli military, which is leading to poor health outcomes for mothers who are birthing kids in Gaza, which would mean that shouldn't she be pro-life, anti-abortion, right? Like, wouldn't she support that side? But she doesn't because she uses the words reproductive rights, and that's a misnomer, or that's just basically it's just what's the right word? Not hyperbole, but it's just another word for pro-abortion or pro-choice, reproductive rights. Um, Supposed to smoke your caffeine and drink your nicotine. Oh, interesting. That's what the Zyn is for, right? I don't know. Hmm. Interesting. Someone followed me on Twitter. Wow. Cool. Uh, I think it's like it's not a real follow. Some person who's an import exporter. Dang. Someone called me homophobic the other day, and it didn't hurt my feelings. Oh, jeepers. That's funny. Okay. This is winding down. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for keeping you guys. Thank you for being here, obviously. But it's winding down and I'm going to go make dinner. So until then, I should probably give a little bit better notice when the next stream happens. But thank you guys for watching. God bless you.